I wasn't even sure if that was the right one then. Look at me set. How long have I lived in this house now? 6 weeks. I've not even started. Nah, do you know what? I did loads up front. I did 3 fucking solid weeks getting the house nice. I said, right, I'm shutting down for Christmas. Oh shit, that's loud. And I've never started again since. I will though. I wish I'd not got it livable. I should have just left it as a shithole, complete shithole from the start. 53 minutes later, technically, it was, oh no, yeah, 53 minutes late, yeah. I was Marseille. Marseille was fucking sick. I'd been to Marseille before, though, but as a kid, but then I don't really remember much, I'll be honest. No, do you know what's bad? I probably do remember more from them trips than I do from fucking things I did like a year ago, but I don't remember. What I mean is I don't actually remember Marseille, how Marseille is an adult. But the last night, I did fucking the day of the game. So legit, you're all going to think this is nonsense, but legit, you can ask anyone who I went with. I fucking did the whole journey to the ground with all. People are going to think you're just lying to say something. Like, ask anyone who was there. And actually, I can prove it. Look what, because I fucking sent them all the thing. I walked everyone to the ground, did the whole thing, all the underground bit to the ground, and then when everyone went in, I fucking got the metro back on my own, back to fucking the port. But then I was originally what I would have thought would have been going somewhere on the port, but I was fucking ill as fuck. I'm still ill as fuck now. You don't want to see it. So yesterday, I feel like it's just when you go to these. I always say whenever I go to a European away. Oh, it's supposed to be about UFC. We'll talk about European aways. It's only going to be about half an hour long. This we'll get to the UFC bit. I don't even really. I've got a set thing. We're just going through the main. How badly is this card fell off, man? So when this was put out and it had Nunes, the big argument for me was how is Paddy headlining this when Nunes versus fucking Kayla Harrison's like one of the biggest fucking women. Do you know what? I shouldn't have put this on. I've put the fucking last episode of Embedded on, and I just keep looking over it and losing my train of thought. Yeah, and obviously I was thinking that should be the main event, and you could have sold that massively as well. I feel like, do you know what I feel like? Because Paramount know, or everyone knows Dana White can't be selling things anymore. Maybe he'll get maybe he's got whatever's got going on, but he's just checked out of the UFC, yeah. And even Zuffa boxing, that was a mess. That he was checked out of that as well. I don't know why he's took that on if he can't be asked with it, because I know he used to love boxing, but I feel like I don't really think he gives a fuck about boxing either. He's not been that asked about the Zuffa. Oh man, you couldn't put him on. So I seen that. I've put 2 bets on. Oh, has fucking Fingy done it? I've done it. Hang on. I've done a thing to put on, lad. Have you seen my text? What text? Oh, mate, my throat. Look at this, yeah. Watch this. So, and the precursor to this picture is I've never had tonsillitis before, and also I am. So this is why I used to. I don't know why I don't do it anymore, but I used to chew 2 packs of chewing gum every day. But I reckon I chewed from definitely from secondary school, from about year 7 to about. You know what I mean? When I getting into school and like year 7, thinking who the fuck is stuffing all these chewing gums under the tables? It's fucking disgusting. And I did it all through school. And then now, because I don't know why I don't have chewing gum, I never really seem to have chewing gum. I fucking brush my teeth loads and I fucking scrape my tongue all the time because bad breath is like, I would hate to have bad breath because I know how much people with bad breath don't know they've got it. Maybe I am that, but I don't think I am. Well, I'm definitely not. But then people talk about them having bad breath. So my tongue is always fucking clean, yeah. You never get them scruffy little white things on it. And look at this. Never had how bad's this? Look at the back of it, yeah. That's the back of my throat. Look at that. No, that's right now. The back of my throat. I've never had that before in my life. Why my tonsils look like they're rotting? So get this. I'll have a listen, Ellis. This is fucking UFC or maybe Marseille talk, which is Marseille a little bit. We're not fucking talking about your porn star convention, mate. Why every time you go to Vegas are you getting up to seediness? Last time you went fucking nailing in a helicopter, and this time you've accidentally checked into a fucking porn star convention. You're not fucking fooling anybody. I don't even think you ever fucking stashed that party for us. I think you fucking swapped it for one last night or whatever it was, took it en route to the airport, and fucking give it to someone. I'm at UFC. I know you're at UFC. I know you're at the UFC, but I'm just saying, Seb's at the UFC. Go and meet up with Seb. Can you believe I'm not at the fucking UFC? We were supposed to be going in March, me and Seb. January's just too early. Fucking fuming. But I'm not. I don't know if I'm that fuming because I do like. Do you know what's good? Do you know what's nice now? I like Paddy. When Paddy was coming through at Cage Warriors, I couldn't really stand him. I used to think he was like overly scouse. That's probably the best word for it. You know, like overly on the like almost playing a scouser. But now I feel like, but then I think, how young would he have been then? When was Paddy in Cage Warriors? But now I love him, and I think he's good as well. Do you know what I think's helped? Does Seb need? Do you want me to ask? Probably. Guess what Seb did for me this morning? I got to guess how I started my day today. And do you know what's the worst bit? Do you know what's the worst bit? This story, and I'm bad for it. This now is but you've got to think, and I'm not trying to be thingy, but I get this at least. I'm not every week, but enough where I can't be asked. Do you know what I mean? At the time. So I'd wake up at 9 o'clock. I go back to sleep for an hour though. I wake up at 9 o'clock and I see Seb goes, "Are you onto my man?" And it's a picture. And then the next thing, that's the only thing I could see. I couldn't see the picture. And the next one was, because he's going to put us up in his ranch when we go to Texas for the UFC, right? So I'm thinking, so I don't open it, obviously. You know what's the stupidest thing ever, though? I should have opened it because Seb hasn't got fucking read receipts on. Anyway, I don't know. I was just tired. Didn't open it. So anyway, I wakes up at fucking 10 o'clock or something. I have to get out of bed. I've got shit to do. Because yesterday I just lay in bed all day. Didn't get out of bed, not for a second. The only reason why I'm able to fucking talk about anything and be out of bed is because I've finally had a joint yesterday. I didn't have one. I'm fucked. I'm ill. See that throat there? What is that? What is the fuck is that? Am I supposed to do? That's a one where you have to go to the doctor. I have to fucking ring the doctors at some point in the fucking morning. So I fucking never go to the doctors for this reason. You have to ring early. They're never going to have a good appointment because I won't ring early. I will know where I'll ring at the right time. And my doctors have even fucking round here. I've not even changed it from Bolton yet. But anyway, guess who it was? Regis fucking Prograis. Imagine that, right? I love Regis Prograis, right? Hang on, why is that not a fucking good picture of it? Seb don't even like boxing, yeah. Not into it at all, right? Didn't even know who he was. Don't know anything about him, right? So when I imagine opening that, I'm fucking on the bog when I'm catching up on my phone, and he's with Regis Prograis, and I was like, no fucking way, he's still with him. And he got off. Get this. He just left. He said he's just left him. So then I go and have my shower. This is even worse. And he FaceTimes me. And I just got out of the shower, yeah. I am butt naked. When I say naked, I'm butt naked. And the worst bit is, get this. So in my bedroom, we've got curtains, but the blind people, and they've let me down for the second time, by the way. They were supposed to be coming on the 6th of January. 6th of January? Why? I know, yeah, when you go with a company, unless it's your mate, yeah, if you go, so I used to have a blind guy. Do you know what? He can get fucked, mate. I will hurt him, mate. And I used to have a black one, and he used to be my good mate, Reggie Taylor. And I've had him to do my blinds any house I've ever moved into. I even give it, so he came and did my blinds in Birkenhead as well once. And he fucking had me off the last job. But then obviously I seen loads of shit. After that happened, and I was like, a few people would say, "You got your blinds off," and I'd be like, "Do you know what?" And I'd like tell them the story. And they're like, "Oh my God," because I'm not a Facebook guy. I've never had Facebook. I've not had Facebook me since I was about 18. I know, never had it. I know a lot of people like live their life on Facebook, and that's alien to me. But I just did that. That was me for fucking about 12 years on Twitter, so I get it. But and he was like getting exposed on fucking Facebook for just being a fucking rip-off job. You know what it is, that? And I know from experience, but I had 2 years of it, and I wonder if people just don't get out of it, or if people are just going through their 2 years at what time is it? But that's just when you get bad on fucking drugs, isn't it? And you're hiding it from everyone. They always end up fucking up, and I think that's what he must have just been doing. And so I ain't got a blind guy now. I've had to go to a company, and you know when it's a company, they're always going to delay you. Why would I think they would stick to an appointment just after Christmas when they're backlogged to fuck? They let me down twice. They're coming on the 29th, which is Thursday. So anyway, I've not got blinds yet. So I couldn't even open my curtains while fucking Seb's pissed at his head on FaceTime to read his fucking progress, and I'm black. Do you know what I mean? I was just about on the fucking camera. I bet he's thinking back. I said, listen, I had no clothes on. Couldn't open the curtains so he could see me because what's it called? And I literally said to Seb, wait once, I'll ring you back in 1 second. But the problem is all my mates think, because I'm so bad and I never answer the phone to anyone ever. I think it's rude to ring though, or especially not FaceTimes. He's probably thinking, oh, he's just going to fuck me off. And he rang again and I thought, 10 minute call, mate. 10-minute call to Regis Progress to start my day off. What sick day. And he apparently he wasn't even, he's not, I don't, what would he in Vegas for? He's not, definitely not a UFC fan. How is he a UFC fan? No, actually, I think he does like the UFC. I'm sure I've seen an interview where he said he likes UFC, but when he got asked what his favourite fighter was, it was a proper vague answer. Or is that, maybe that's Crawford I'm thinking of. We've not even spoke about the UFC, right? Do you know what? This card's lacking now, though, wouldn't it? We have to stick on the UFC because I'm not staying on here longer than half an hour and we're fucking 15 minutes and I said a word about it. We'll go through the main card because the card was good. I wouldn't mind seeing Krylov versus Bakaukas, or even Alex Perez versus Charles Jourdain, but there's no way I'm waking up that early to catch them. Do you know what? No, it is actually Michael Johnson, Alexander. I forgot I'm not waking up for them, but they are sick fights. Do you know what the good bit is? There's a difference between having to wake up for the main event of the prelims, innit? And not, you can save a good 45 more minutes in bed there without having to worry about it, or like get up and then go and have whatever you want to do, a joint or something. And that's the best, innit? Isn't it the best when you go to sleep? Because remember the days of being a little crackhead and staying up? People would stay up for the UFC. Well, people probably still do, but the best way is you wake up, you have a joint, then you watch it stoned, and then by the end of it, the joint's like, fuck, changes for us naturally. But the problem is you struggle sometimes. You can get to that main event. This is what I mean. If you wake up too early, if you want to be watching the prelims, if I wanted to watch all them prelims, I would not last till Gaethje Paddy. You just have to accept that. Then again, you've got this new hour, haven't we? That's going to be a massive difference, you know. Does everyone know that it starts an hour before? See, when I'm talking, I'm actually talking to anyone. This was not supposed to be a live recording, but I can't be asked fucking uploading it and having to sort all the fucking and do the processing thing. So I just did it as a live because it automatically records. I'm only getting up for the main card. I would want to watch Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo just to see if there was a chance Nurmagomedov lost, but he's just going to wrestle the fuck out of him for 3 rounds. I don't even think he'll stop him, you know. Actually, he could submit him. Figueiredo got subbed off fucking finger, didn't he? I love that. It's one of my favourite UFC fights. Well, yeah. And do you know what? People criticise Joe Rogan. Well, I think that's just, is that still a thing that happens? You know what, yeah? This was delayed by about 10 minutes because I started eating these Doritos and I thought, if I want to just eat a couple in here, why can't I? These are the fucking, do you know when you find something new and then you're addicted to them? This is the 3rd bag now. I've had these in a week. I always get the real Dorito dips because I just don't think I don't think the other dips are the same. Snide dips are not as good as the good dips, but they're as good as real Doritos. If not better, because real Doritos can be a bit too much. And the blue. My favourite Doritos flavor is the blue. But they're good alternatives. The fucking little ones, the Aldi ones are not. And I'm a massive Aldi fan. I would go to bat for Aldi, but Aldi's well better than Lidl. But the fucking Aldi fake Doritos are horrendous. Unedible. The chili ones are fine, but the blue Aldi version of these are unedible. You'll never finish a bag. You could have a fucking litre of this and you would not finish the bag. They're that bad. But the fucking little ones are unbelievable. I can't stop eating them. Do you know how fat I am? That's why the beard had to come back. I can't believe I fucking shaved it off. I look the worst ever. And I'm fucking going bald, fully bald. I've accepted it. I'm going to be finished soon, me. Right, what we were talking about this card. Arnold Allen, I've never wanted a man. I was thinking this when I was having my finger in the garden. I was thinking legit this because it came up, the video of it came up as a real fucking, what's it called? John Silver fucking, I've got something stuck in my teeth now. I've got to get in the next 13 minutes, talk about all the fights and put my bet on. Because my hope is people. So this was supposed to be yesterday. There's no point doing one of these on the day of the thing because by fucking in less than 12 hours, this video is expired. Do you know what I mean? It's not fit for purpose. So, but yesterday I was too ill to do it. What can I say? The people that are in there, you know, haven't seen some of these might not see my throat. They don't know how ill I am. That picture is vile. Not even putting it back up. Why am I eating these? I've had 2 Nurimol to get on here. My throat is in fucking agony. 1 minute, let me swallow this and then no more crisps, it's hurting too much. Right, no more crisps. So, I want Arnold Allen to kill this man. I can't stand that silver meat. I feel like do you know what? I like Bahalio, but I hated the whole fighting nerds. I hated Rufy and I hate Silver like massively. That's terrible, isn't it? Why is it so solid? And I hate Silver massively. I hate him. So, but now that Rufy's left and he's training with Alexander, how would I say the whole name? With Volkanovski, I think I'll just like Bahalio if it's just him. But Silver, I hate him. He's so fucking weird. That barking thing is the most cringy shtick that's ever been any professional athlete's ever had. And I don't actually mind Arnold Arthur. You know what? When he's on interviews and that, I know obviously he says he's autistic, but anyone can say they're autistic nowadays and ADHD and that. But I think probably everyone is. If everyone can be at school and getting checked out, the days after awares can have your back, bro. Stefan, didn't get out of bed at all today, but I think I am ill as well. Literally didn't get out of bed. And I mean, didn't get out of bed, and then today I had to get out of bed. Actually, I had no choice, sadly. But I've just had a joint now. To be honest, I feel fine, except for the pain then when I was eating them. But I didn't feel like it was going to hurt that much. But it really isn't, and I don't know if the fucking tablets are wearing off. What a sick trip! Mass is sick. But the first night I had a fucking great night. Loved it first day and night. Loved it. Well, so I felt get this year. We had instead so our flight was at 6 a.m, but everyone crashed at mine. So do you know what happens when that? You think it's a good idea, but it's never a good idea because we was all up to about fucking midnight and we had to wake up at 3. But if that doesn't happen, you go to sleep at like 10 or 9, 10. Do you know what I mean? So it never actually works out well. But I ended up having like 1 hour sleep because of a fucking prank we played on Will. Listen to this. I'll get this story out. I'll get back to you. So yeah. So Will, especially because I don't win the ground anymore. So so I don't win the ground anymore. So it's even bigger for me to go to the away pub. Yeah. Will, get this. Fucking. We were going to Chelsea away the day after we won the game after we won the league. Yeah. I've dreamt of that day forever, right? And I agreed to meet everyone is it the Courtfield on Fulham Broadway because that's been the away boozer forever. People are saying, "Oh, it's shit nowadays." If it's shit nowadays, it's because it got ruined by all the fucking muppets who went there. Because back in the day, it was sick, simple as that. And they're saying it's shit. But anyway, so long story short, me and Tomo sat up ready. Granted in our house, but he didn't have to be outside. It's not my fault. Get this, yeah. And he picks us up an hour late, longer than an hour late, picking me up because obviously I was in Bolton and think he was in Liverpool. And his excuse was, and I think this is rude to tell us the truth. Honestly, I think it's disrespect. I think he should have made a lie up. Do you not think it's disrespect? He said he wanted more time in bed. That's what he said. He wanted more time in bed. That was his excuse. With a straight face. Obviously, Will, yeah, love him to bits, but he's a bit of a nerdier guy. I don't know if maybe he's never been in like a big friendship group before because he's smashed. Because he is a fucking bit of a nerdier guy, he's fucking smashing life. Let me tell you, right? In all aspects, clever guy, sick job, smashing life. But maybe never had big groups of mates because he told us all with a straight face. I just fancied more time in bed. So we ended up getting. We drove straight and parked by the ground and had to rush to the ground. They all go in and I have to go to the pub and watch the game on my own with an empty pub though, because everyone who was in the pub now, all my mates who was in the pub, everyone I was meeting in the pub, all the people in the pub, in the away pub, and now in the ground. So I'm watching the game in there with just a fucking like riffraff that can't get a ticket back in the pub. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea away. See, that's why when the something went round, and I was like, listen, that is not me. And there was proof because of this boozer I was in. And so imagine how much I hated Will for that year. Imagine, think how bad my day was. It was sound afterwards when we met up and that, but imagine that. So I got a plan to get him back. I was driving to the airport on, when was the game? Tuesday when we set off. I was driving us all to the airport, but picking Will up from his birds on the way. So I made a big deal about not even picking him up, yeah? As part of this elaborate plan, I was saying, listen, you need to come and meet us by the motorway. I'm not driving into fucking inwards at 3:30 in the morning. Or do you know what I mean? It's early enough as a driver having to be awake at that time while you're all falling asleep. You come and meet me 5 minutes away at the fucking motorway, making a big deal out of it. I even made him play rock, paper, scissors. I did try to win that though. And then it would have been worse. I would have just said, I'll pick you up, don't worry, but we're going earlier, yeah. So anyway, lost rock, paper, scissors, so I have to pick him up from his birds. So I said to Tomo, don't say nothing, but I'm going to say so much come up. I know it's fucking shit, but we need to set off an hour earlier. And I'm sorry, I got to go and drop my... the thing was, because Tomo goes, yeah, we've got to go to Chester. So I had to think of a lie for Chester. And I've got to go and take my passport to a new job, a warehouse in Chester. So open the shifts are 24/7, so they need to physically scan it. And the only way I can start Friday... Where's my phone for all the proof? The only way I can start Friday is if I fucking take my passport in before I go. Do you know what I mean? So it can be set. So I can be set up otherwise, because I'm going to be away for 3 days. And he just falls for it, and he's like, "Yes, sir. And as long as I don't need to get anywhere, I'm not bothered." So we say, "Right, we're leaving at 2:45. We'll pick you up at 3." So I set my alarm for 2:15 and 2:30, thinking when these alarm goes off, first I'm going to be buzzing because I can go back to sleep, and I'm going to send a text into the group like, anyone up? And then 1:30 saying we're setting off soon. And I did. 2:15 goes off. I fell back to sleep till 2:30. And then 2:30 goes off. And I send the message in like, setting off soon. Can't get back to sleep. Couldn't get back to sleep. I didn't need to be up for another 45 minutes. And bear in mind, I've been up till about 1:30 because Seb had sent me a message that morning. Again, Seb with his time zone. And because I replied to Seb, hours later, as I got in bed, when I was fucking, because we'd all had a joint and had loads of food down here, and then started chatting to him, started chatting to Seb. You know, when you're knackered, but you're playing on your phone, so it's keeping you awake. It's a bad thing we all do. And so I got about 1 hour sleep. So anyway, I don't even know what the whole point of that was. Oh, yeah. So get this. So then we keep up with it. And then Tomo, so then I say, right, I'm setting off now. About 2 minutes late. This is when I'm still up trying to still get to sleep for these. Like, I would have even took an extra half an hour. But I was up anyway, and I said, right, we're setting off now. And then he's like, are you close? Tomo, who's part of the joke, says, not far off. He said he was never going to say he was outside. I wake up now at like 3:05, yeah, and look at before. So I must have drifted off. So that's what I kept saying. I must have got about 20 minutes sleep. Yeah, I drifted off for like 20 minutes. Wake up, text a thing saying outside. So how would I know? Right, he wouldn't be able to get back in the house. How would I know that? And I've even said this: if I was to know that he wasn't going to be able to get back in the house, I would have still done it. Yeah, because that's how it would have been. But I didn't know that, so I can't be blamed for that. But it does add to how funny it was. And then he's texting the group, he's ringing me, but I'm just in the shower now. Tomo's had a shower, I'm in the shower. And he's like, where are you? And all this, because I've said outside. And then Tomo has texted me saying, like, you attended any live events here any time the first time from India? Have I attended any live events? I've attended a few live UFC events, yeah. Who's Jesse Herbert, though? That's definitely not someone from India, really. But I've been to a few live events. I've been to that live event. Oh, see, I'd see that. You can tell that wasn't me taking the piss. People think you're lying when you can't get it right. That one. Boom. I've been to that one, mate. Is that the only one I've been to? Oh my God, that's the only UFC event I've ever been to. In any country ever. No way. I've only been to one UFC event. That one. That's it. Yeah. And Will locked himself out. I've just ruined everyone's story by you coming in. the fucking pinnacle of this story that I've just spent about 10 minutes talking about. And Will locked himself out. And he's texting Tom saying, I can't believe it. I'm fucking sat outside. I'm not where because it's his bird's house. Listen, again, as I said, bit of a nerd. Because, mate, there's every single person I was like, listen, he's going, I ain't going to be disrespectful and wake the parents up. How is it disrespectful waking the parents up when your mate stitched you up? You just explain what's happened. It's not your fault. And you wake them up, you bang the door down and say, listen, I'm so sorry. I would never want to do it. It's just a mum and dad that can just go straight back to sleep, as can anybody else, for fucking 2 minutes of their life. I would, honestly, if that was the opposite way and it's me asleep and I get banged up to let someone in for 2 minutes because the mate's done that to him, I wouldn't be fucking, why would you be angry at that? It's just life. That just happens sometimes. And it would have been like, this, and he's got a person to put the blame on immediately. So it's not like he needs to worry about that, like it's his fault. And he sat outside for a fucking hour waiting for us to, at Burn I called it's gone, and fucking 3 in the morning. Sat outside an hour, 3 till 4 in the morning till we picked him up at 4 on his own in the cold. But then he said he sort of like, so he literally, I pick him up, he gets in the back of the car. He isn't talking to us. He's not like having a laugh about it. He is not talking to us, won't answer questions, or he's answering questions blunt, got his headphones in. It's only when I said, listen, well, if you want to get out of the car then, he started talking to us. But listen, then he realised when we were in the airport, and then he had to really let it go because that's just his stupid retard fault. He must have been that angry that he weren't thinking. He had his car key in his bag. Obviously, he was having his car key because we're getting back late. And he would just jumping in his car and going home. He didn't wake him up. Can you believe it? He must have been fucking freezing. Even the house was freezing when we woke up. What many messages I've just opened my WhatsApp then. I've got so much of life to catch back up to. Can't be arsed. Oh my God, he probably will, you know. Is Ellie still watching this? I reckon he'll take you up on that. I'll send it now. Hang on, let me do this while I can, because this is something that I won't end up doing if I forget, and then it won't happen. Right, UFC. I definitely want Paddy to win, you know. But Bishop Paddy, what's Gaethje's keys to victory? Right. So my thing is, yeah, we're not at the main event though yet. Do you know what? But we're not talking about anything. I just keep going off script, right? I want Arnold Allen to batter John Sylvia, but if you're putting on any bet, yes, lad. I will do, Ellis. I'll give it him. He's with his bird as well. You can meet up and go together. Be mates. Right, anyway, let me finish this and I'll sort it. I've got Arnold Allen Silver to go to the thing here. Can I be asked to him? You probably won't get my bet, you know. You should do, but it's probably not going to happen. Oh no, they made it. They've not made it. That is not the bet. How can ChatGPT be so bad? It's literally so bad. Is Grok loads better? Because I pay £20 a month for this, and I feel like people who use free Grok. Why am I just like a mark who gets targeted by all this shit fucking technology because I don't know any better? It never gets nothing right first time, and sometimes I think you just settle for it in the end. Make your shit. It's rubbish. Anyway, I'll just give my bet out because half an hour was over. This was supposed to be half an hour long. Natalie Silver. So obviously, I love watching Rose. I know how to say her name. I'm not so Namajunas. Fug Rose. Just call it Fug Rose, right? For the fucking purpose of getting through this. Fug Rose. I want her to win, but I don't even know how good this Natalie Silver is because I don't even know who she is. Was that not supposed to be? It was supposed to be Grosso, wasn't it? I'm only just finding out, really. Now I think from when I would put my bet on and like looking at the card now that's Natalie Silver versus Rose. I still thought she was fighting Grosso. The card's been butchered, hasn't it? But then Acosta Lewis, I'm excited for because I love it when these happen, yeah. So let's have a look who he's actually won, who he's actually beat. Gaziev, and he lost to Pavlovich as well. Spivak Span. He's not beaten many people, this Walter Acosta. He just fought a lot last year. And I like it when Lewis comes up against these people who are not very good. And because Cormier said it, a lot of people who he's fought have said it, like, for how, do you know, he must just be blessed, like a bit like Wilder, because he's not really good at anything else, but he just has powerful hands. Like, if he clips you, you're in pain. That's why some of the losses, like the two we've also lost, it was a mad one, but I don't know if his chin's going. That's what The two people forget about the game one, but that was more him giving up. But then Tuivasa and Pavlovich both stopped him. Do you know what I mean? That was a bad run for us fans. But then he only got wrestled by Almeida. Look at the freeze beat though. He could be like them. I'm going Lewis. I put Lewis on my bet just because I love Lewis, right? But it's not really with merit, right? Let's get back to the thing here. And then O'Malley's going to beat Song Yadong, and it's a perfect one. Song Yadong is not really good. O'Malley's very good. He's only ever lost to Marab. This is just a fight to set him up. Everyone knows Song Yadong isn't going to take him down. Slowest feet, terrible defense. Team alpha male, just not very good gym. So he's going to style on him, and then he'll get a title shot because obviously him versus Yan is win-win for the UFC. Tell Marab, listen, you took a full busy year last year where you're going to get a title shot in your next fight, no matter what. You're going to fight. I want more crisps. You are fighting the winner of this, but we're just going to do this first and get him versus Yan headlining somewhere. That's a sick fight. Now that there's no pay-per-views, they're going to be playing around. You can tell already as well. They're going to be playing around with it a lot more. Yes, Jordan, lad. Yes. Jordan, your Lewis was fucking casing me when I was in Marseille, and then said he was going to thing me, and he just hasn't rang me at all now. Do you know what I mean? He wants you for something, and then when it's not available right there, you don't care about me, bro. Not rang me back since. Although I did fully blank him, but I was fucking in France. Do you know what I mean? I was having a good time. Except that last night, I was not having a good time then. And then, what's the main event? Oh, it's the main event. So, who was asking about Paddy? Let's put that on, because I want to answer this question. Yes, Jesse. Will you be rooting for Paddy? So that's what I was saying. When he was in Cage Warriors, I didn't like him. I just couldn't take to him because he was too overly Scouse. But now I feel like he's just like, and I feel like he's almost swapped. I used to think Darren Till was more just a Scouser. He just lived and acted like a Scouser. And it's like, for a lad from Bolton to talk about. I feel maybe as an outsider looking on the inside, sometimes the best Scousers are the ones who are just Scouse. Do you know what I mean? And them being Scouse makes them hilarious. The fucking Billy bullshit, ain't he? He is, bro, Jordan, he is. And they're just naturally funnier than most people because they're just Scouse and they ask and they're like the way they live their life and that. But then I feel like you can have Scousers who sometimes play a Scouser more, up to it more. I don't know why they do it. I feel like Darren Till's. I used to think Darren Till wasn't like that and Paddy was, and now definitely the other way around. Paddy just went sound all of a sudden, but like I was saying, I think maybe he was just younger. Maybe he was just a bit younger. Well, he would have been younger, mate. He must have been a kid. You take that for granted. Think how young he must have been, because do you know what? I think about things now. I don't think of the as COVID is like 5 years ago. So when you say that, Cage Warriors, how do I find out that? How can I find out how old Paddy was when he was in? Right, so I'll go on the fight card. Paddy Pimblett. So he's 31 now. And then I remember the time, it was when he won the belt, where I didn't, wasn't like I liked him and then turned into a hater because he won the belt. I didn't even know of him until he won the belt. I don't think I'd ever even heard of him until he won the Cage Warriors belt. And there was a big thing about it when he jumped in the crowd and that. So there you're talking 2016. Do you know what I mean? 21. A decade ago. 21. I didn't like, I either was judging him without knowing him in 21, or maybe he was a bit of a annoying, loud, like, played a bit of a Scouser. And now he's just fucking sound, sickest guy ever. You know, it makes me laugh that I was never switched on about the weight gain. I always think sometimes things like that happen, and I just think you are fucking brand new. But I feel like I just treat everyone at the best. I fucking didn't even. I used to always think it's mad that he does put on all that weight. Like, why would you put on all that weight if you're an athlete and all this? But he's just a pothead, isn't he? Like the rest of us. That's why he puts all the weight on. That's why he always has to go on diets for fucking lose weight, mate. So, and it makes me laugh because if you watch so many of his interviews now, not like when you're onto the joke and you just realize how I feel like you would be more like, I think it'd be hard to do an interview and be stoned, but if you've got 6 of your best mates all fucking messing about and you're messing about and there's a difference between turning up to an interview with 6 of your mates and all laughing on the way there. Even if you're stoned, you don't feel stoned and like alone if you're with all your mates, do you know what I mean? So maybe you can, that's why, but I couldn't imagine doing a fucking stoned interview. But it looks funny. No, actually, yes, lad. We're coming to the end, mate. We're on the main event. Do you know what? I think you would agree with this, yeah? No, you definitely will. I just said then, you've just missed me saying the Cage Warriors days. So, but he's listening, he was only, he's still stoned. Yeah. The Cage Warriors days. He was, but then I've just been saying he's 21 yet. I didn't mean, he tried to play a Scouser, but now he's just seems to be just dead funny, dead sound, and just his Scouse. Whereas back then he used to try and put it on. But now he's fucking sick. I like him. So yeah, I've got skin in the game. I want him to win. And I think he will win. I'm glad he's fucking. Everyone's saying, yeah. We all stoned here. Yes, that's what we want. We've gone late. I said half an hour, no longer than half an hour, and I've planned my day as if this was half an hour. By the way, I've planned my day as if this was at half an hour from fucking 3 o'clock when it was supposed to be. It can't go. I have to go in the next. I have to be off in the next 15 minutes so I can get ready for the Liverpool game. What was I saying? Yeah. So people are moaning, yeah, saying the fucking he's been given it, and it is. When you look at it, listen, and I'm going to defend it now, so I can fucking talk about it, but I am going to defend it. Mixed martial arts. It's midnight. Oh, you're Thailand, aren't you? Midnight. No, that's good. Oh, it's midnight now. What time is he going to be on? Right, yeah. So, bear in mind, I think he lost the... So, we don't have to count anything before Jared Gordon, because obviously, Levitt, Vargas, that Van der Ende, he was far better than them. And he was always going to smoke them. Well, if he was rubbish, he wasn't going to, but he was always going to smoke them. But Jared Gordon, I thought Jared Gordon beat him. And now, so at the time, when I hadn't fully come round to... Do you know what? I had come round to Paddy. I did like him by that. But then I'll be honest, I thought he was in the wrong with the Ariel beef. 12:30 the Reds. Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean for Liverpool, not for the UFC. The UFC's... Yeah, but swap that for a good time. Mate, you don't need to stay up for the UFC, for Liverpool versus fucking... I'm only watching it because there's literally nothing else for me to do today. But the UFC's lovely. Yeah, 1 p.m. for Paddy's amazing. Just get up and have a little coffee. But yeah, I remember the Gordon fight went against him because I was on his side. He was horrible with it. That Ariel thing was definitely Paddy being a bit not out of order because Ariel is a fucking. He is a little. You can't be annoyed for him beefing Ariel because Ariel's a fucking nightmare. But on that occasion, Paddy was just sucking up to Dana. Then again, I would suck up to Dana as well if I was in his position. But anyway, I was sad that Jared Gordon got robbed. But then, no, I say it. I've said it enough on here. I know what Ariel is. Isn't it hard? It's hard, isn't it? Because I love Ariel. I love the thing he gives to me. But so yesterday on his show, well, it wasn't yesterday. I was listening to it yesterday. He's going through the things and he's going, oh, Sneeko. He's pretending. He's doing this thing where he pretends he doesn't know who the streamers are. I know if I know a few of these streamers, yeah. I wasn't sure who that. And Fingy corrected it. I've seen his name a few, and I was calling him like Clavaclar or something, but it's Claviclia, is it? I wasn't fully aware that he was a guy who. So when Rick said that on the fucking early show, I was like, what? He gets chin implants and that. What the fuck? But yeah, they've all got big noses. And so then he's going through them. He goes, Sneeko, yeah, I'm not into Sneeko. And I'm thinking, I bet you're not into Sneeko, mate. And another exact example of this, he said as well on the show. And it does me in because then sometimes I think he is, it's right to hate him for that reason because he's horrible about it the other way. But denies it. He hates Muslims. He fucking despises Muslims. He does. He never has anything nice to say about Muslim fighters. And and I'm not hating him for that either. But he literally does. But then denies that he does. He is. If he wasn't a Jew, he'd be perfect. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying what it felt like I was going to say. But I'm just going to say if he wasn't a Jew, he would be perfect. But it's not because he's a Jew that he isn't perfect. But I promise you, if he wasn't a Jew, he would be the perfect anchor. I would love him more than anyone. I wonder if I'd even be into Luke Thomas. If he wasn't a Jew, I wouldn't have had to go and find other people to like. So I wonder if I wouldn't even be into about football rings. He's good. He's like dedicated to the job. He grafts. He gives us good content. Now he's giving us 5 shows. And I'm a guy who sometimes I go through stages where I have like this week because I've been away. I've got loads of I've got about 7 hours of podcasts I could catch up to. But a lot of the time I run out of podcasts to listen to. So I thank him for everything he does. But then sometimes he just acts like a Jew all the time, mate. That when he saw, I can get you can be on either side. He has never, ever once, ever started the show with any sort of dedication to any kids that have ever died ever before all the time. MMA Guru is not clear, bro. He is the worst human being ever. I feel like MMA Guru to me is the same as what Andrew Tate is to me. Where because I was chronically on Twitter, yeah, addicted to Twitter at the same time. They were both chronically on Twitter and addicted to Twitter, like the fucking what's it called? What's it called? Like Wolverine, where the film Wolverine, where it shows it. What's it called now? It's like where if you've seen Diaz in the fucking, if you've ever seen all the old Toughs, because everyone got addicted to Toughs when you first found a Tough and you started watching all the old ones. What's it called? Like a backstory. What's it fucking called? I've seen the thingy. I've seen Ariel's. I've seen Tony Ferguson's and Nate Diaz's like come up because I watched them on Tough, and with people like MMA Guru and Andrew Tate. Even Andrew Tate, no matter how much he's managed. Origin story, yes, Stephen fucking hell. Because I seen them on Twitter as their earlier iterations of what they were, of like the real selves. I can't take even Andrew Tate, who's got the world blagged, made millions and millions. It's definitely not made anywhere near the millions he says he's made though. And I don't know if he's got that bit on the blag. Oh no, unbelievable. I watched, and can you believe this? That proves that I can just art is art, yeah. Because there's not many people who find Andrew Tate like less funny, more cringy, more fake than me. And I watched a video of his the other day, and it was fucking sick. He just had to be there, Josh Woods Judo, and it was fucking hilarious where he's saying there's 5 races. Oh, I'm not putting it on here. You know what? Maybe it'll go the Woog's been framed, but honestly, one of the funniest videos I've seen in probably 5 years. Top 10. And I didn't think it'd ever come from him. But we need to wrap up because I need to go. So when Paddy got that thing against Jared Gordon, at the time I was like, that's bullshit, because I probably did want Paddy to lose back then. Now I think, thank fucking God, because then he wouldn't be in the position he was if he'd have lost this. And now he's going to be, if they give him Gaethje right, they're perfect. Because so the Chandler fight was what made me realize Paddy's massive, yeah. Takes big breaks in between fights, yeah. Good on him, because as he said himself, when they were talking about Chandler in the cage, if you ain't cheating, you ain't fucking trying. Paddy was at 145, and it was I know he had to lose a lot of weight, but he was still like quite a skinny frame. He is a big dude now. And he doesn't fight that regularly, and he's quite happy to not fight that regularly. And he's now a very big guy. Good. So I like that even more. That makes me like him even more, that I know. Right? So then he beats Ferguson, who went on a historic losing streak. No boxing and misfits, yeah. And Bobby Green, who I Winter shouted out Bobby Green for an easy fight, like seriously again, like a decade ago. When did they fight? And that's what retired Al Quinter, because he thought, if I can't beat him, I'll never beat anyone. That's legit what happened, by the way. I remember the whole stage of it. 2021. No, that's not that long. 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, Green was like considered like finished. I know he got a couple of like wins over like really bad people, but he's finished. And then the Chandler fight, but I think the Chandler win's big because I didn't think he was going to beat Chandler. And that's the Chandler. I started liking him after the Green one, and then Chandler's when I am fully on board. Will defend him to the hill, want him to win. Team Paddy for life, because he's fun. He is actually fun, and I didn't realize how big he is in America as well. And the fucking walkout's sick. No, I don't know. You know. Somebody show a message said, I've messaged him. And I'll ring him when I finish this. I'll ring him. Oh, because are you getting off? Are you not going to the UFC? Oh, Ellen, she said you're going to the UFC. So you should meet him. When is the UFC? Oh my God, the UFC soon. The Yanks love him. He's probably as big in America, if not bigger in America than he is around here. So I fucking think he's sick now. But I bet there'll be a lot of this country that are not into him just because he's Scouse and like successful, and people hate Scousers and successful people. Yeah, I don't know. Holloway, probably not. I don't think he beat Arman, but I don't think any of them beat Arman. I don't think Topuria beat Arman. And I also don't think Paddy would beat Topuria either. But that's only based on Paddy's chin. I always thought Paddy was quite chinny because he gets buzzed quite a lot, but he's never been knocked out, to be fair to him. But he can get buzzed. But then again, I think that's his defense, because you notice in that, I don't think anyone's chinny. I think everybody's chinny in MMA. Anyone can get clipped because it's fucking 4-ounce gloves. You know how much that must hurt if you get caught right. So I think pretty much everyone's got a flash chin in MMA. Like, no one's actually like, I think only older fighters are like, become chinny. Do you know, where just any shot puts them away? I think if you get clipped by anyone in the UFC at like a decent level, clean, you'll wobble. What they do have, they recover a lot better in your MMA as well, because obviously in boxing, like, you can't shoot for takedowns and stuff. So I don't know if he is as chinny as I always used to think he is, because I used to think he's mad, you know, having this catchphrase, "Scousers don't get knocked out," when he looked like he is, like he's had his chin in the. Now you're wondering if it's just his posture from how much he fixed it from the 2 fingers midweek. But he's, what's it called? His chin is in the air. Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? It's awful. That's what I mean. Gaethje does hit hard, but Gaethje's box is not. Gaethje falls in love with his striking, but his striking's not been that good for a while. That's why his striking's never really been. His thing was the Homer Simpson thing. His striking was good enough, but he would also tie you down and boot the leg off you so that you couldn't really. You was even worse. You couldn't even really defend yourself while he was just walking you down, boxing you, But he was never. If you can just like avoid the leg kicks and boxing, basically, like Holloway boxed. Holloway, I can't believe I didn't see it going into fight, but I just thought Holloway had been crapped by Topuria and was not crap. Crapped by Topuria and was moving up. I thought he was damaged goods because everyone knew when Holloway's chin went, it was going to go, but he just fucking bombed on her. He just styled him because Holloway's a good boxer, but I don't think Gaethje's that good a boxer. I think he's just good at boxing when his opponent's leg's been kicked off and they're tired, and he soaked up lots of punishment to get to that. Do you know what I mean? That's why I think he's damaged goods, and I'm glad. But then so now imagine Paddy could fight Topuria for the full title. He's going to make good. He's going to make millions, because if you defend one of the 2 titles, you get. And obviously, everyone's saying they're not going to get paid 3 points. They're obviously going to get a big lump sum now instead. It's still not going to be what they deserve, not even close. But pay-per-views haven't been selling for ages. If you get 2 every time you fight for a world title, you get 2.5 million. Do you know how much that'll change so many fighters' lives? And the belt gets changed around hands all the time in the UFC as well. So it changes a lot of fighters' lives. And then it's something for everyone to succeed to. 2.5, like 2-3 million. Obviously, you'll have people with bigger deals like Portown be getting like 5-6 million, whatever. I wonder if they start having like, if like Portown could say, "I want 10 million," and they start giving like the 10 mil range, because their deal suggests they should start being able to give 10 mil to the big stars nowadays. Whereas it's been like set at like 4 or 5. Like Volt was at 4, Adesanya was at like 4 or 5. But now he should be able to. The closest we've ever seen. Yeah, it was the head kick. Oh, the head kick I landed. What's he called? The English. What's he called? Is that what you mean? Sean's saying he paid for him to go for his mates to go. Nah, he's not though. He's not. That's not true. That's not what he meant. He's not. That's not what he's meant. I know what you're saying. Yeah, he said. I watched the thing where he said he's ordered 140 tickets, but he doesn't mean that. He's not giving them out. He's not giving them away. That's people. Paddy has always been a sick ticket seller. Yeah, that's why he was, when he didn't need to take the Cage Warriors deal. He's a popular guy, so he was always good at selling tickets. He's been selling the tickets. He's not just took 140 grand hit and given out to friends and family. Why this? Then again, that's like me not knowing why I gained so much weight. But this world's very, very easy and very gullible to not like read between the lines. Or he wasn't. I don't think he was trying to trick anyone. I think he would think you would realize what he was saying. But maybe Americans are like not used to people having selling tickets. It's just the people he's been selling tickets to for fucking years. You was buying too often, did you? Oh, you're not going, are you now? I wonder if Seb got his tickets off. Why didn't you just buy them off him? Like, what went on him? Freakish program. Oh my God, I'm going to go an hour on a fucking thing. What's this? What was I saying about? Oh yeah, I started my day talking about Regis Pro. But yeah, now I want Paddy to win. I want Paddy to beat him and beat him up and get rid of Gaethje out of this fucking UFC. Now I like Gaethje, but I just hate his manager. But yeah, I want Paddy to beat him and beat him up. And I think he is. I think he's going to catch him at the right time. And I think Paddy's going to be fucking him up on the striking, and then I think he'll submit him. Do you want to make me bet? I'm going to give you my bet quickly and get off, because this has been long enough. Where was my bet? It's a good bet, you know. This comes in. This definitely comes in. Do you want to share me? My big bet came in. Just in case my auntie watches some of my content, and I think she thinks I'm stumbling back into being a fucking fuck up with the gambling, but stake 15p. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about it. I am not. But this was my big one that I thought 82 to 1. And the first one was Sunderland or draw. Well, obviously West Ham won. Right, but this other one I've got a pound of it. Tottenham and oh my god. Tottenham and draw, Burnley 2-1. He's gonna have to get sacked today. And City are winning as well. You cunts. I need Tottenham to get a last minute equaliser and they won't do it. Right, so let's just go to the actual UFC one. Right. So I've got two. I was supposed to have them put up here, but ChatGPT has fucked me and not done nothing with it. It hasn't helped me at all. Useless fucking. I'm gonna get rid of it and start getting grok. Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. I can't pronounce the name. Ateba Gutierrez to win. Magomedov to win. The next one's a better one. Silva to win. Costa and Lewis not to go the distance. O'Malley to win. And then Justin and Gaethje not to go the distance and Paddy to win. Paddy versus, because I think Paddy's going to win and it not go the distance. Right, but then here's the easier one to follow. Paddy to win. Sean O'Malley to win. Derek Lewis and Waldo Costa not to go the different distance. Rose Namajunas versus Natalie Silva. Fight to go the distance, yeah. Arnold Allen and Silva to go the distance and Nurmagomedov to win. 7-1. That's a fucking sure thing as anything. Follow that, but I've put a pound on it. Do you know what I mean? I need to go. I was only supposed to be on half an hour and I was supposed to jump on at 3. Did I cover every fight? I did, didn't I? Did anyone watch that Zuffa boxing? Oh my God. How bad a start was that? I know the whole thing is Costa smokes Lewis. I don't think he does. I think Lewis is going to catch him. Trust me. Lewis is good because if Aspinall beats Gane, they can do Lewis versus Aspinall. That's a sick fight. That's what you'll get more now. Paramount fights where they'll get instead of it happen to be the best versus the best, which some people don't want, they'll do fights where it's like, fuck it, let's go do Derek Lewis, who's going to make everyone laugh in the press conference, going to bring loads of attention to a fight where he's going to get beat within 3 minutes by Aspinall. He's going to get crushed, but he's going to get $2.5 million for it. Derek Lewis, he's a very popular guy. He's going to flash that money everywhere. It's going to be well better for our image and our paying fucking how much we pay our fighters' image. And it's been a pleasure. And Aspinall is going to be an even bigger star for beating him. It's not necessarily going to be where they kill their own stars by making stupid matchups, especially now they're with TKO and they're like a business brand. So so Lewis wins and he can fight fucking Aspinall. Sugar has to win. Yeah, he has to win. We'll end it on that. Sugar has to win because we need Sugar versus Yan too. We need Sugar as the champion again. He's fucking I like it because Imam Marab, and do you know what? I don't even mind Peter Yan. Since I've seen all the videos of him dancing and that, I think he's funny, but he's not funny on the mic or anything. O'Malley and Marab are funny, good people to root for and be behind. So I'm quite nice with them too. So O'Malley needs to win. Then he beats Yan. I think he'll win the rematch against Yan. And then then it can be Marab the third time against O'Malley. Maybe O'Malley wouldn't want that, but he can still be like, I want to fucking triangle again. Did you see the Sugar video? Which one? There's loads. Right, I'm going. This was I said at the start, it's supposed to be half an hour. I planned everything about this being half an hour, 56 minutes. And I still don't think I've spoke about absolutely everything that I was supposed to talk about. Yeah, I fell off, man. Who's fell off? Oh, where he's like, I'll be in the prelims. Oh, I've seen the one where he goes, I've seen the preludes one, but I've seen the one where he's like, "Come main event," and he starts kicking the thing. Him and Thingy do good. They do good social media content. Him and his manager. I like Sugar. Yeah. Top 5 UFC fighters I'd have a pint with. Should we end with that? Right. Top 5 UFC fighters I'd like to have a pint with. You didn't even ask that, but I'm going to say it. Sean O'Malley. Yeah, probably. Nah, I don't know if he. Yeah. I like him, and I see a lot of him on Ariel and that, and his life seems sound, and I like the way he has that. I would love his life. I'd love the farm life, where he's got like loads of his mates living there, but not like in a weird way, like they all have their own houses on the farm, and then little coffee shop that they've opened on the farm for people to come. They sell the stuff from the farm, ice cream and all that. Secluded, no fucking retards in your life, but you can just he's got a place where you can just make money from the internet. And you don't have to work, ever. Connor, obviously. Conor number one, I don't care what anyone says. He'd be fucking hilarious. One end though, bro. One end. Don't disrespect him. He's Irish, not English. Bryce Mitchell. Nah, I don't want to meet Bryce Mitchell, mate. He's what the hillbilly. What's his name? The hillbilly. Isn't it funny how there's about 50 hillbillies in the UFC, but it is Bryce Mitchell. We all know which hillbilly you're on about. The hillbilly, not a hillbilly, the hillbilly. Oh, you know what makes me laugh about Bryce Mitchell and that. So when he's on fucking embedded running up mountains in fucking just the cheapest like boots he's made himself, yeah. And you're thinking that's not good for your knees, mate. I probably should. And no, he's like he had a good time where he was just literally, wasn't it? Because he didn't really like grappling or anything. He was just hillbilly strong, wasn't it? Do you know like that? What Americans say, that down south, like that farm strong. It's like a different type of strong. It's like a strong that no one who comes from the city or anyone who's ever worked in an office, or even if you've worked in like a warehouse, if you work like Amazon warehouse, you don't know that like farm southern strong. He used to drag people to the floor and just lie on them. So obviously, when he come against good people, he was getting chin left, right, and centre. But now he can't really shoot for takedowns. Can you believe his knees are not working as well as they should do? Like early into his 30s, because he was running up mountains in fucking Timberlands. He would not be on the list. McGregor, Sugar, mate. Derek Lewis. I'd like to meet Derek Lewis. I think Derek Lewis is hilarious. Some people find him cringy, but I think he's funny as fuck. Anik. Not Anik, sorry. Anik's just a potted, isn't it? Joe Rogan. Imagine you met Joe Rogan and you managed to get him to think you were funny, and he could change your life. Lad, his podcast, yeah, no, one episode. I can't imagine he wants a podcast though. I bet someone talked him into it, and then he probably didn't even want it. But he is the hillbilly. Why am I thinking on this? I wouldn't mind going out with Bisbee. I know he can be a bit. He gets a lot. Oh, I can't eat these because of my throat. He gets a lot of like criticism about being like a UFC shill and that. I would chill out for any company. If any company wanted me to do any media work for them, if they were going to give me a full-time job, he lives in Vegas, he lives in LA, and he's like basically the apex guy, and he does the fight nights and that. So he drives 4 hours, 3.5 hours, whatever, to work, which in America is nothing. So he keeps his costs right down, doesn't have to get planes all the time, can just drive, stay a night, and go home the next day. And he's got the cushiest job of all time, getting paid good money. And bear in mind, the fighters would, especially if Izzy, were never getting good money. I know he would have just got them. Isn't it funny how that fighter and the UFC? The person Dana is, you can imagine him telling Bisbee, "Fuck it, mate, go and get it. We've had to pay it anyway." And if the people don't accept it as well, they got it worked in. The people don't take it, it gets spread out by the rest. They don't go back to the UFC. So Dana White would have been like, "Fucking yeah, Strickland's in. Strickland's in." The best thing about Strickland is he is, but he's not an act. He is an act in terms of like he buffs himself up for yeah. Of course, I've seen the ice post. I've seen the fucking Adesanya interview about it. About the ice post. Adesanya laughed it off. Adesanya said he thinks it's funny. He said Adesanya said he finds it funny and it's fair game. But I think this is true as well. He was like, but if Strickland was really about it, he should have done, and he really had balls and really wasn't asked about being cancelled. He'd have done the post with his neck, at his knee on Adesanya's neck. But he reckons Strickland flapped out from that, shit out, and didn't do it. So maybe Strickland's ain't got the bottle he think he has. I think the problem is, I think even though we'd all find that funny, like that is, he probably will get proper in trouble for that. What was I saying then? Oh, I can't even eat my crisps. What was your 5 pint a pint with? I ain't got to the end of it. Strickland's in, but I can't do Armin. McGregor, Chael, and he's supposed to be a good time zone. Chael, McGregor, Strickland. Nah, not Diaz. Masvidal. I'd like to Masvidal. Diaz isn't a shout because he's too like. You'd need to be mates with Diaz. You know what I mean? He's too just much like a pothead and can't really be asked. And I don't know. I reckon he could be half moody as well. He's always got about all his fucking mates and that. Diaz isn't like Diaz is funny when he says things around his mates, but I don't think he'd be sound to chill with. I reckon he'd be intense. Yeah. But I think because he's that retarded, he probably won't get things, you know what I mean? And then get a bit moody with you because he won't understand things. How come out? Oh, do you know who else as well? Dominic Cruz. I like Dominic Cruz. Well, like that. Who would you? I'd meet Khabib. And then, because obviously it's going to have to be a meeting where can't be any physical violence or anything like that. He can't hit me. I'd be able to fucking sue him for loads. And I'd just tell him how much I hate him and how much I hate the fact that I hate the fact that he's a catalyst for probably 2 more generations of people. He's that famous and he made it that much that about 2 generations of new people are going to still be dominating the sport by wrestling the fuck out of people because of him. And I would say it because after that fucking 1 pint, I'd be a pint more of Brave and I'd say it to him. I'd have the pint or my glass of Prosecco, then I'd say it to him. And then fuck him off for ruining the sport. Ruining the sport and fucking making champions boring. Right, I'm definitely going now. I don't think I did 5 fighters. You know what? I'm just going to say the first 5 straight away. Rampage Jackson, McGregor, Chael, Masvidal, and Pat Barry.